Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Marzullo here, Ram Studio Comics. Welcome back. So in today's video, I want to show you one of my quick studies, and this is one that I did of the forearm. So I studied from a anatomical illustration of some kind and tried to get the muscle placement in that top illustration somewhat correct. I wouldn't say it's identical or anything like that or entirely correct. I'm sure if you study it and scrutinize it, you'll find some flaws, but it was a general study for me to sketch out relatively quickly and more or less to share the process with you on how I would then draw through something like that, familiarize myself with the underlying structure, and then draw the next one, which I would deem more of a comic style type rendition. So these types of studies can be very helpful for you. So let's go ahead and progress through the time lapse, and I'll talk a little bit about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. So I'm sketching this out, and this is sped up a few times. I'm not exactly sure how fast, but definitely faster than I can draw. But the great thing about doing these studies is it really makes you look at what the stuff is really like. We get so used to drawing our stylized representations and our characters with over-enhanced anatomy and musculature that we forget what the real stuff might look like. So these kind of bring you back to square one and allow you to, think about what's really there. And of course, stylize it to your heart's content, make it the way that you want it. But if you have that basis of understanding of what's really there, then your work's going to shine a little bit more and people are going to relate to it a lot more. So after I've got that base rough sketch in, I start to stylize over top. So you can see I soft erase it down, and now I'm doing my more comic enhanced kind of drawing style. And I'm trying to correct things like I had the fingers too short, and it was by no means a perfect drawing, but it gave me that fundamental information to be able to draw over top with a little more confidence, and again to think more about style choices now and rendering and adding in like things like line weight, cross hatching. I don't go too awfully crazy with it because I wanted to have a little bit of uh, kind of almost realism to it. But I did want it to look comic book style, like I like to draw and show off on the channel here. So that's what you see me doing here. So as I'm going around, I'm trying to find areas where I can add little bits of thicker lines just to, you don't want that line going all the way around the perimeter shape being the same line weight. You want some areas where it's heavier, some areas where it's lighter, and it just gives the artwork more energy, more feel. And then now I start to add in some tapered lines and some little bits of cross hatching and things like that. And even though I'm using those to really round out the forms, a lot of it's style choices. So, I just kind of randomly place that stuff based on what I think looks cool. And yes, I am trying to round it out further, but I almost think of it, most of it is just style at this point. So yeah, so that's essentially how I would take a study like that, study from a good solid reference, and then convert it basically into something that's more comic book style. So do lots of breakdowns like this, studies of different parts of the body, and really familiarize yourself with the way the anatomy works, and your drawings will shine because of it. And let me know what you think in the comments section below if you found this type of video helpful or what else you'd like to see on the channel here, and I'll make sure to get that on the schedule. And remember, you can follow me on Gumroad for my other video lessons and custom brushes, so I always appreciate that support. And keep drawing, keep having fun, and I will talk to you soon.